Welcome back, Fade to Black. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. What is cracking, everybody? It's Thursday night. It is Fader Night. 747-228-2051. 747-228-2051. Your phone calls all night long. Okay, I'm going to bring in a few more before I go back to the phones. And I'm telling everybody, stay right there. It's going to go silent. There you go. Okay. All right. Here we go. First up. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Hi, this is Angie Reedy from Huntington Beach, California.
Hi, Angie from Huntington Beach, California. How are you?
Yeah. Fine. How are you? I'm a big fan, Jimmy.
I'm a big fan of Huntington Beach. I was there last weekend. I was down in Huntington Beach. I was down.
Really?
I was down on Bolsa Chica. Yeah. How many radio hosts are going to drop Bolsa Chica on the air? Right? Not many. Angie, you're.
I was wondering. I was wondering if you are the one who's playing in the beginning of your intro of your show.
At the very, very beginning intro. Or like the music that you were just listening to?
Both.
Okay. The music at the beginning is Space Boy. Okay. That is him at the beginning. That is a song that I wrote that we used to use for the intro many, many years ago. And then he took that and did his own interpretation of it. And there you go. So that's what it is. I wrote it. He ended up, he revamped it so much. I think the chord changes are the only thing that's original. But no, that is not me playing. That is Space Boy. The rest of the music throughout the show is a guitar player named Doug Aldrich.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Doug played with Dio. He played with White Snake and Burning Rain. And he is currently playing with the Dead Daisies and Burning Rain. He's on tour with Burning Rain right now. They just released a new video, so you can go check that out. And there's Doug. And that CD that we use here, that music is from Electrovision. So if you're a big fan of that, just go look up Electrovision and you can check it out.
All right. Thank you, Jimmy.
Thank you, Angie. Behave and be well and go surf.
All right.
I'll talk to you. Yeah, thank you. Space Boy's version, and I remember when he did it, and I've got all of the extended. I've got the long versions of it. And, it was one of those things where, when you let your music go, because if you go back to the first couple of years of Fade to Black, that's me playing guitar. And we used it all over the place. And Space Boy was like, man, let me have a crack at this. I was like, all right, I've got no emotional ties, and he sent me the stuff. And I was like, oh, man. This is great. And we've used it now, I guess, 3 years? Maybe 4, if I think about it. Space Boy. And, credits at the end of every show, spaceboymusic.com. You can go and check it out. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Hey, Jimmy.
Yes.
This is Don Harrison.
This is Don?
Don from Connecticut, baby.
How are you?
Good. I'm so good, Jimmy. Oh, my God, my heart is pounding. I love you. Art Bell introduced me to you. Okay. I'm just so excited that I got through. Okay, a few things. You were talking about Rick Moranis.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
A few years back, me and my buddy, I'm from Connecticut, close to New York, at a Yankee game, big Yankee fan, Yankee tattoos on the body. I'm standing in line buying a program before I go in. My buddy tapped me on the shoulder. Yo. What, dude? What? I turn back. Rick Moranis is standing behind me with his son.
Oh, no way.
No way.
Yeah, right.
So I'm starstruck, right? Turn around, and hey, Rick, nice to meet you. Boom, boom, nice and simple. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, I'm so nervous talking to you right now.
Yeah, don't worry about that, Don. I want to know about Rick Moranis, man. Was he cool?
Oh, dude, he was so cool.
What'd you say to him?
I was just like, hey man, it's nice to meet you. I wanted to like get into like movie stuff and stuff like that, but like I'm still dealing with the guy selling me the program before I walk into the stadium. And, you know, I don't want to get too much into his face. You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
you know?
Of course. I get it.
Like the way I feel talking to you right now. I'm starstruck.
Well, you know,
Oh,
see.
God, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Jimmy, you're the best, dude.
No, Don.
And Art Bell led me to you, man.
Well, we thank Art for that. It was just the anniversary, April 13th, when he died. And we were off the air that night, and we didn't get a chance to say anything about that. But, yeah. Art led and guided so many of us throughout the years. And I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing right now if it wasn't for Art. We all know that.
Exactly.
Right?
I know that, brother. I definitely know that.
So we all owe, just a huge amount of debt to Art. And he's, this is, I'm going to be for real for a second. When every time that Art went off the air, the sadness, right? And then every time he would come back, the elation, Art's back, even if it was like a Sunday night from the Philippines, we were cool with that, right? That's how, and when he kept, he was probably more popular when he would leave the air because how many people were upset by it. That's how important he was. And
exactly, yeah. And we just welcomed them back with open arms.
Every time I did it.
I don't know if it was that voice or whatever. It just, and the way he led us into stories, and he just brought us right in. The same way you do now to us, Jimmy.
Well, thank you for that.
You were the bomb, man.
Well, you know what?
I got one thing to say about a sighting. I had 2 sightings. Is that okay if I talk about that?
Yeah, okay, give me one.
Okay, my first sighting. Okay, I'm 40. I'm about to be 43. No, 44. I'm sorry. Wow, 44. April 28th. Anyway, my first sighting, I was about 16, and where I live in Connecticut, the drive-ins were popular when I was young. So I just started driving around 16, and we're driving. And we kind of snuck in, like parked off center, so it's pitch black, a driving, picture a driving, right? So we're all watching a movie, and we're trying to tune into the radio, and all of a sudden one of my buddies is like, yo, what's that? And you got a picture of driving theater. Now you have stars everywhere and stuff, and there it is, this one light that just captures you, man. And it just pulls you in, and you're looking at it. And you're like, something's different about that, man. And it did one of those, boom, I'm here, then boom, I'm over to the right, boom, to the left, and gone. That was it.
Wow. Love it. I do. I love it. We've all had moments like that. And when that happens, all you can say to yourself is, they're real. Right? And that's the best part of it.
I've been there ever since.
Thank you so much for the phone call, Don, and enjoy the rest of your evening, my man. Thank you so much.
Jimmy, it was so awesome talking to you. Go Beverly attack you, baby.
Go Beckley Tappy. Thank you, Don.
All right, man. Bye.
Have a good night. That's a good phone call right there. Rick Moranis at the Yankees game with his son. You got to love that. And, Rick, just like anybody else at that moment, is just a person, right? Just a person. So talking to him about anything except movies is the way you do it. You just turn around and go, hey, man, it's going to be a good game tonight. You know, what he doesn't want to hear is, hey, man, you were great in Strange Brew, man, it changed my life. You don't do that. Just go, dude, man, the Yankees tonight. You know, and that's it. Rick's going to start talking. And just, you know, he's just a person like everybody else. There you go. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
It's Lola.
Hi, Lola.
So I'm the one who drew the alien picture for you. My mom sent it on Twitter.
Oh, Lola, how are you? Where's your mom?
Good.
Where's your mom?
My mom's right beside me.
Okay.
I'm right here.
Okay, just making sure that your mom knows that you're calling into the show. Lola, that's an amazing picture.
Thanks.
So, what's going on, Lola?
So I wanted to call in to tell you about the picture, and I love your show. And do you remember last night, the sidekick, she, said my grandmother, great-grandma was talking about the roses.
Yes, the roses. Right. Lola, don't listen to your mom. You just talk. Don't listen to your mom. I want you to be you. What's your mom's name?
My mom's name is Shauna Best.
Hey, your mom's name is Shauna? Don't listen to Shauna. So, Lola, hold on for a second. We'll talk about the psychic in a minute. I'm so happy that you called in. I want to talk about the picture because your picture had 3 or 4 different little scenes in it, right? And you were trying to. Do you understand each one of those elements, like alien abductions or ETs, or what a flying saucer looks like, or cattle, and the things that you had in that picture? Are these things that you're interested in?
Yes.
Have you ever seen a flying saucer?
No, but I just know what they look like because I watched some videos of them.
What has your mom taken you out past your bedtime in the backyard and looked at the stars?
Yes.
And I bet you can't wait for that one night when you see something really kooky, right?
Yeah.
Lola, if you see something up in the sky, will you do me a favor and call into the show and tell me about it?
Yes.
Do you think you would be scared, or would you be happy?
I would be happy and excited.
And why do you think that so many people think that E.T., little gray aliens and flying saucers, that they're not real? Why do you think are other people just afraid?
Probably some and probably not. Some and some not.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
What's your favorite alien movie?
My favorite alien movie is Lost in Space.
Oh, that's a good one. Did you see the TV series?
Well, yeah.
The old one or the new one?
I think I saw the old one and...
You saw them both. Yeah. I don't know which one I like better. The new one was pretty good. The one, I think it was on Netflix or Amazon or something. That was pretty good. But I really like the old one.
Yeah, I like the old one too.
Shauna, don't laugh.
So cute.
Okay. Lola, one more question.
Yes.
Is it okay if I ask you one more?
Yes.
Okay. Imagine this for a second. You and your mom are in the backyard and a flying saucer lands. Do you get on it?
Yes.
You do? Of course you would. So would I. So would I. And if Rita and I were there with the both of you, all four of us would go together. But the question is, I wonder if the food is good. You know what I mean? If you go for a ride on a flying saucer and it's bad food, that would be a drag, right?
Yeah.
Lola, you're special. Thank you for the picture, by the way. All right. I'm going to post it up in Twitter here in a second. Let me talk to your mom.
Okay.
Hi.
Shauna. Bye, Lola. Shauna, you there?
I'm here, yeah.
She's special.
She is. Oh, yeah. I love it.
That picture, I'm going to tell you right now, that picture was amazing. Just amazing. I mean, I just stared at it and went, oh, this is, what do you do with that? Me personally.
We were just driving and she says, I want to draw a picture for Jimmy. And I came over 15 minutes later and there's a saucer abducting a cow and a ghost screaming, no!
Yes! I was looking at that. I was like, this seriously, it was all there. Right? It was all there. It was all there in one picture.
Yeah, she's a smarty.
Shauna, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And please, as long as you're there. How old is Lola? She's like 8, right?
She's actually turning 7 in May.
She's 6?
She's 6 right now, yeah.
And drawing like that? Wow. Well, you know what? Mama's going to get an island when she grows up then, because Lola's going to be very successful. So there you go, Shauna. And please, anytime Lola would like to call in, I would really enjoy that. Thank you so much. What a great call.
Oh, well, thank you. She's got a huge smile on her face now.
And tell her to get drawing. I can't wait to see the next one.
All right, we will.
Thank you, Shauna. Have a great night. Bye, Lola.
Bye.
Thanks, you too.
Bye-bye. Oh, man. That's it. We can end the show tonight. That's it. We can wrap this up. That was perfect. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
This is Pauline from Memphis.
Hi, Paul. Memphis? No.
Well, actually, I live in Germantown now.
Oh, man. I lived in Memphis.
Yes, I know.
And what was the club up in Germantown, Night Moves? Is it still there?
No, I don't know. I would have heard about that. I remember something about that. But,
yeah.
no, that was before we moved here. I used to live in Memphis, but we downsized to Germantown.
Yeah, Germantown's a pretty sweet place now. We lived in Bartlett.
Oh, I love Bartlett.
Yeah, we lived on, off of, what was that? Stage Stop. You remember that club up there called you probably don't remember, called the Stage Stop.
Clubs.
Yeah. So, Pauline, what's on your mind?
Yeah, well, I have an idea. I work with subtle energies.
Uh-huh.
And recently, actually, Germantown has its own school system now, and they're putting a cell phone tower behind the school.
Ooh.
And an elementary school, and it's going to have 5G on it, and a lot of parents are really upset.
Yep. And they should be.
And I agree. And I don't know if I do some things that are really unusual, and I was going to try an experiment tonight. You know how Uri Geller changes makes people's watches work?
Yep.
Well, I was going to try something similar, except...
You want to shut the tower down.
No, it's a little more It's a little more complicated than that. But what I can do easily with an affirmation is when I talk to somebody on the phone, even as far away as Malaysia, I've tried it, I can change the subtle energy system around a smartphone or a smart device just with an affirmation. And the way you can tell that works, you've heard of muscle testing, right?
Yep.
Muscle response testing. Okay, so anybody that puts a smartphone to their ear and then you muscle test them. They'll muscle test very, very weak generally.
Oh.
And it's obvious to everybody that this happens when I test them. And then I'll take their smartphone and I'll just talk to it for a minute, or I'll talk to them on the phone, and it's usually somebody that knows how to muscle test, and it will change to having a strong muscle. But it doesn't change the electromagnetic fields themselves, but around electromagnetic fields, non-beneficial subtle energies collect.
So what are you going to do? What do you want to do?
Okay. Well, what I want to do is say the affirmation online and see if I'm sure some people know self-muscle testing, and if they could start self-muscle testing now, their cell phone with it at their ear, it'll probably be weak, and then we can see if this works.
Right.
I've never tried anything like this, but I have a goal with the cell phone tower too. Is once people get their cell phones corrected, I have slideshows. Actually, they're video clips that I've made that people can correct anything they want to in their homes or even cell phone towers. So if you get somebody to go really close to a cell phone tower and you say, connect with the cell phone tower.
Right.
Muscle test them.
Yep, I get it.
Weak.
I get it. That is smart, Pauline. That's that Germantown coming through. That's
well, I think I'll give credit to San Antonio, where I'm from.
Okay. Yeah. Fair enough.
But I love Germantown, and I love Memphis too.
Yeah, Memphis is great. I mean, there's all of it. I miss Memphis and yeah. I just want to sit here and reminisce. Here's the thing though, when it comes to 5G. Last week we were down in Huntington Beach, and I was just talking to Angie from Huntington Beach, and Rita is, I'm driving. She's in the passenger seat, and she holds up her cell phone. She goes, "Holy crap, I've got 5G!" And at the top of an iPhone, let me just some.
It says what you're connected.
Right,
to.
it says, and I didn't know. Right, but she had 5G. Mine never switched over to 5G. Mine stayed at 4G or LTE, whatever it is. But hers lit up and said 5G. I thought you had to have a 5G phone. I didn't know that an iPhone. Yeah, I didn't know. We have the iPhone 10, right? The X, and that sucker lit right up.
That's weird.
Yeah, it lit up 5G.
She
had it all day until we got home, and then it switched off. But nonetheless, there's no medical research on the effects of 5G. It's like they just push this on everybody, and they want to see what's happening, later. I don't dig that. I just want to see something, and I want them to respond to it. To say that, we've done the research, and here's this, there's no effect. Because of the amount of EM and the amount of data that is going to be flying around because of 5G and the coverage of it, we don't have any control. It's like those days are over.
No.
Yeah.
And they're going to be putting those 5G towers up and down people's sidewalks too.
Yeah.
So.
They're good. Yeah. They're going to be everywhere. Well, listen, Pauline.
Well, I wish I could prove that what I do affected people physically, but all I know is the cell phone tower will no longer cause you energetic stress after we're through with this.
Yeah, and there's also Organite. You ever mess with that?
Yes, I have, and there's some issues with that in that you have to change it all the time, or it actually emits, bad stuff.
Oh, I haven't heard that.
Yeah, you have to clear it all the time.
Oh, I didn't know that. I've got Organite all over my house. So,
you need to put it in salt. Yes, definitely.
Okay. But our Organite is inside of plastic. I don't know.
Well, maybe it's okay. Then all you have to do is test it. If you know how to muscle test it and see if it's okay.
Thank you, Pauline, and give my best to everybody in Memphis.
Well, can I do the affirmation and see if it works?
Well, I've got to head to a commercial break. Can you do it in 10 seconds?
No, I can't.
Okay. Well, let's do it again. We'll do it another time. How's that? Deal?
That'll be great.
Thank you, Pauline.
Bye.
Enjoy your weekend. This is Fade to Black. I am your host, Jimmy Church. It's Thursday night. It is Fader Night. Got a call from Lola. Oh, man. Lola, if you're listening, don't change. Don't ever change. That was a very, very special phone call. It's Thursday night, Fader Night, 747-228-2051. More of your phone calls are next. Stay with us. You're listening to a preview of Fade to Black. To get the full episode, go to jimmychurchradio.com and get our podcast. Click on the podcast banner or sign up in the membership area for downloadable MP3s. Everything commercial free. Welcome back, Fade to Black. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. It's Thursday night. It is Fader Night. Open lines all night long. 747-228-2051. It's your night, your calls, your conversation, UFOs, time travel, supernatural, conspiracy, the paranormal. It's all good. Let's go straight back to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Jimmy, it's Kimmy from Ormond by the Sea.
Hey, how are you, Kimmy?
I'm good. How are you?
Well, it's Thursday night. It's Fader Night.
I know. Awesome.
Yeah,
and
right?
Hello, Lola. What a sweetheart.
I know, right?
That was so freaking cute. I love her.
That picture, we're looking for it now. That picture was just absolutely amazing, and we're going through.
I have to see it.
Yeah, we have so much material, but we're going to get it up there before the end of the night, and it is
awesome.
It's really, really cool. So there you go.
That is, raise them right.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's just amazing. And we are going to find the image. We're getting close. Okay, so we'll get it up there before the end of the night. What's on your mind, Kimmy?
Awesome. Hey, I was wondering if you have heard of anything in my general area between Daytona Beach and Flagler Beach, any kind of sightings or anything like that?
What happened?
I'm just curious. I feel like all these different things going on around me. You know how everything has kind of an energy? You can literally feel it as you walk around here.
Yeah.
Pretty much everywhere.
Right.
And I was wondering about it, when you guys were talking about the pyramids, was it last week? And how there's water maybe that had some kind of something to do with the energy.
Yeah.
And that's why they built the pyramids over that.
Right.
Well, the Crystal Castle here, not Crystal Castle, Coral Castle. Nobody knows how it was built.
Right. Have you been there?
I've not been there yet. I want to go, though.
What are you doing talking to me right now? Get your butt in the car.
I'm so lame.
I know. It's the weekend. I know what you're doing on Saturday. Oh, man, you got to go to the Coral Castle. See, there's something else for me when it comes to Daytona Beach. There are a few places in the United States that are like Daytona Beach in that it's military. Top to bottom, front to back, right? It's military. You have San Diego. There's a few places like that. And Daytona Beach is a military, one of the largest installations in the world, right? And it's right there. Well, you're going to have sightings. You know that E.T. is interested in Daytona Beach, and I would think that you're absolutely right in thinking that. You may not even see it, but you feel it.
I've seen a few things that I really had to question.
Mm-hmm.
I used to drive to work at about 4:30 in the morning because I had to be there at 5. Whoa, way too early. But so I would talk to my husband all the way to work, or I would listen to George Norrie.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw a big blue light one time, and it was out near the airport, so I kind of like, yeah, maybe it was a plane or something, but it was weird. It went straight up and straight down. Airplanes don't do straight up and straight down. They kind of waver a little bit.
Right.
And then a couple times, once in particular, my husband and I were walking on the beach, and it was nighttime, and there was this light in the water, and it moved all down the beach as we were walking. It just kept going and going and going.
Whoa.
At first, I thought maybe it was, how fishermen have those lighted bobbers. I thought it was that, but it kept following us, like going and going and going all the way down the beach, probably a good half mile, maybe. And no fisherman's going to walk that far with their fishing pole,
right.
Not at night.
With a light on it. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
and then
great.
Another time, we were walking down the road. I can't remember actually if we were walking or maybe we were driving, but some guy was like veering. His pickup was veering on the road, and he gets to the end of our street and he jumps out of his truck. Did you see that? Did you see that? I'm like, dude, no. Go sober up. And he was explaining how it was this big V pattern and how it was like right there. It was right there. How could you not see it? And I was like, wow. But you could feel the energy,
Right.
It was like almost like electricity. When there's a big thunderstorm coming and you can just kind of feel that thickness in the air. It's kind of like that all around here all the time.
So what do you,
crazy.
And this is the thing, when you see stuff, in the sky and then you turn around and you see it in the water and people want to, go, there's nothing going on. It's like, what are you seeing here? What, how do you, and that's the thing that blows my mind with all of this stuff. You can't have it both ways. You just can't.
Yeah.
So, and thank you for that.
You can see people walking around. They just have this different look about them. They're in their eyes. It's hard to explain, but it's almost like you can almost see that they're more aware of things than a lot of people are.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Do you take pictures? Do you shoot video?
And not of people, because I
no,
don't
not
want
of
to get mad at
people.
me.
We see them all the time. I'm talking about, what's going on in the sky, or did you take pictures of the light in the water?
No, because we were walking and it was nighttime.
Right.
So
I don't think just like the Coral Castle. You're not giving me the right answers right now.
I know, I'm so lame. You should just hang up on me.
No, I would never do that, Kimmy. No, but that's one of the things that empowers us is we have the ability to take pictures quickly and shoot video.
Yeah.
I certainly am guilty of not taking pictures too at the right moment, and I understand
beer
that.
Can in the sky.
I know it's a true story, and it's one of the issues that we all have. So all I can do is do my part and remind everybody. Take a picture. I know we all want to sit there and enjoy the moment and watch it. We don't think about grabbing a cell phone and grabbing a quick pic. We all want to enjoy the moment. So I understand that.
Yeah.
But if we're conscious of it, hopefully we'll just get more images. And like I said, it's what empowers us. So we can just show the world.
And now that you've planted the seed in my brain.
Right. And the next time you call in, Jimmy, I got the picture. And there you go. All right.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Kimmy, enjoy your weekend. Thank you for the phone call.
Thank you. And you and Rita have a great weekend, too. Thank you so much.
We're building a house in the backyard. More on that on Monday. Thank you so much, Kimmy.
Sweet. I'll be down.
Have a good night.
You too. Bye-bye.
It's a great phone call right there. Look, when you think about the amount of, and I'm not kidding about this, the amount of UFO activity around San Diego, at Camp Pendleton, there are reasons for that. It's all military. If you, Jacksonville, Daytona Beach, San Diego, if you've ever been to San Diego, and you're driving and you take the bridge over to the island. I'm trying to think of the name of Coronado, and you come across the bridge and you look down. You have never in your life, I guarantee it, seen that many Navy ships in one place: submarines, aircraft carriers, destroyers, missile cruisers. Just there are hundreds. It's as far as the eye can see, actually. And I'm not exaggerating. Of course, E.T. is interested in that. One day, I was driving down the 5 freeway, going down to San Diego, and I'm driving through Pendleton, and I just happened to look to I see something off to my right, and I look, and I'm looking at a full-on beach invasion. Right, the Marines, and I'm talking about hovercraft just landing on the beach with helicopter. It was like, and I'm driving at 65 miles an hour, and I'm driving past this thing for like 5 minutes. I have no idea how big it was and how many Marines were involved. But think about that, right? And that's what they do at Pendleton. It's a live firing range. And, of course, E.T. is interested in that. They have to be. So there you go. Daytona Beach, Jacksonville, Myrtle Beach. Right? Yeah, these are insane military installations. Let's go back to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Hey, Jim.
Yes.
Brother Bob Noxious calling from Edmonton, Alberta.
Hi, Bob. How are you, man?
Man, I just want to thank you and Billy Carson. You made my boys' day the other night.
Oh, how so? What did we do?
Billy goes, Bob's son is a genius, man.
Oh,
I tell you, my boy, he looked at me and his eyes bugged out of his head.
Right
and
on.
We high-fived each other, and it was spectacular. And we were talking about fractals, and I showed him, while we were listening to you and watching you, we were watching the Arthur C. Clarke, the Shades of the David Gilmour music, the Shades of Fractals or whatever, that PBS special.
That's right.
Yeah, man, that was so heavy. So he goes to school the next day and he's talking about fractals, and none of his kids believe anything he says. They think he's all full of whatever.
Right.
I don't know.
It
was an amazing night for him. I wanted to thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you. And I'm starting to get the feeling that if I if I go up to Alberta, Rita and I are walking down the street, the amount of phone calls that we have gotten from Alberta lately, that if I'm walking down the street with Rita, people are going to recognize us. I mean, what is it about Alberta?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, what is it
Maybe
about
it's that new haircut.
Well, it could be. Yeah, thank you for noticing. But what is it about, Alberta and this show and this community? You know what I mean? There's something going on up there. What makes Alberta so special, Bob?
We're deep, man.
I know.
We're tuned in, totally tuned in.
It's got to be the beef. It's got to be the beef.
Yeah, and that's the second thing I wanted to bring up, because you were talking about the best steak, and I wanted to tell you my story with my dad when I was 12, when I had my best steak ever.
Okay, tell me the story.
So it was 40 years ago.
Right.
42 years ago. We went to Jasper to go skiing. My dad took me skiing, and so we go out to dinner. We go to like the old Beef and Booze there. Remember the old style steakhouse? It's dark. It's got candles. There's dark wood everywhere. There's a fire.
Leather.
Smells like and the crunching of the leather seats. Everybody's moving. Nobody can tell if
nothing
it's
like
a little
it,
bit
man.
Of gas or if it's the leather. It smells like garlic and red wine and beef.
Yeah, it's beef, garlic, red wine, and like baked potatoes, right? It's all that whole thing, just and scotch. Okay, so tell me about the dinner.
So I order a steak. I was 12, so I order a steak, and Dad orders a bottle of red wine, and he looks at the waiter and, gives him the nod, pours me a glass of wine. 12 years old, out with Dad. It was a long time ago. It was pretty cool.
Yep.
The guy touches the bottle to the glass, and I look at him and I go, you're not supposed to do that, right? And, man, I got the dirtiest look. So my dad said, cut the guy some slack. So I order my steak, medium rare. He orders his steak. I ask for ketchup.
Oh, bad move.
Oh, 12 years old, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you learned that younger than 12. But, okay, so you ordered ketchup.
I'll tell you, I never put ketchup on my steak again.
No, you don't. That's it.
The chef came out with the bottle of ketchup. The guy must have been about 7 feet tall.
Right.
Looked at me, put the bottle of ketchup down on the table like clunk. Looked at me, looked at my dad, shook his head, and walked away. Didn't say nothing, man. It was just like, oh my God. So yeah, and that was, and the taste of the steak was just pure Alberta beef. Nothing but beef, man. It was sweet.
Now, I'll tell you this fabulous meal that I've been talking about. I'm going to just give you the short version. I'm staying at the Four Seasons. In fact, I think I was speaking at the Four Seasons and staying there, right? And so,
what city though?
Edmonton.
Edmonton. No way.
Yeah. And
how long ago was that?
It doesn't. Hold on. Can I tell the story? We got people on hold.
Yeah, but I need to know.
But no, it's no big deal. It's no big deal. Okay. All right. So, our host turns to me and says, "Okay, you're going to have the best meal of your life tonight upstairs." And I said, "Okay." So let's go. And they gave me the whole list. We're going to have the best scotch. You're going to have the best steak. We're going to have the best Cuban cigars, and we're going. I said, okay, all right. So we go upstairs, steakhouse, everything that you just described, right? Mahogany walls, leather chairs, that kind of thing. And I ordered a filet, and this thing comes to the table, and it's like 4 inches thick. And but that, it's none of that is the point. I bit into that, and I have never, ever had a piece of meat like that in my life. Never. And I long for that. And I cook, and we go out, and we've got lots of friends, and we like to enjoy the fine dining experience and cook at the house and all of that. I always long for that impact that I had in Alberta. It was incredible.
Did it melt in your mouth?
It was just incredible. It was
like butter.
There's something, and I cannot put it into words. And so I remember the waiter. I think I talked to the chef that night and the manager, but everybody that was there all said the same thing. Man, we are proud of our beef. This is why, because I lost my mind, Bob. I lost my mind. So thank you for sharing that with us, okay? And I really appreciate it. And everybody up in Alberta that's listening right now, thank you so much, and thank you for supporting the show. Thank you. Thank you, Bob.
Give my best to Teppy, brother.
Go Beckley Teppy, and give my best to your son. Thank you.
I will. He's probably watching on his mom's phone at the cabin.
I'll talk to you. Thank you, Bob.
Right on.
Right on. That's a great phone call right there. And look, I know I'm going on and on and on and on and on about this Alberta beef situation, but I'm telling you, it is really that amazing, and they have a good reason to be proud of what is going on up there. I've got time for one more phone call before the break. Let's do it right here. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Yes, hi, Jimmy. This is Dana. How are you tonight?
I'm doing good, Dana. What's on your mind?
Well, a lot of things. I was listening from the beginning, and that last guy talking about the food. Oh, man.
I know, right?
I hear you on that one. But a lot of things. So your first caller, I remember he was talking about being starstruck or being awestruck when he got on the phone with you, right? And I was like, oh, God, I've had one of those moments. And I'd like to share that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because there's an uptick in synchronicity. We can all feel that in the community. I wasn't a part of any of this for forever. Like I guess I had my head in the sand. So what happened is, I had an experience with my father back in 2008 when he passed away. And then I had a lot of dreams, which led me to start doing research to kind of explain those dreams. The dream that was consistent that I had was that he would take me on a starship. And I was there with him, and there was this light all around. And I thought, this is the most bizarre dream I keep having. Well, it led me into the research, and being, this is where I'm getting to being starstruck, was that I started doing research on YouTube before. It was like the first platform of YouTube ever. Like, you could go in and look across, different platforms on the planet, people that had uploaded stuff in Sweden and all over the planet. Like, it's not like the censorship it is now. And I'm from the Bay Area, so that's kind of where YouTube was launched. So it was like just kind of in our area. It was like before it was a household name on every TV and phone.
Right.
Before YouTube got huge. So anyway, I found this documentary called Thrive, and I started watching it because it gave me answers. Because when my father passed away, I got all of his homework, all of his stuff that he would study about new energy technologies. He had written down stuff. He had ideas about, energy free, no oil, basically what Stephen Greer has been talking about, and like, what was his name, Stanley Meyer with the engine. My dad actually wrote down something that was similar to what Stanley Meyer was talking about, and I didn't know any of this stuff until after all these dreams. So my girlfriend, she goes, hey, isn't this one of the guys that, she's looking on her phone, and she hands me her phone. She goes, isn't this one of the people that your tinfoil hat that you watch? And I go, yeah. And you go, well, he's coming here. And I go, well, who is it? And she goes, it's that Ike fellow. I laughed my head off, right? So we ended up getting tickets, and we're waiting, and I don't know how I ended up getting in the front row because, like, I'm a nobody, right? But we're sitting there, and I look up, and there is Foster Gamble. And that was my starstruck moment. And I got to talk to him when there was a break. Boy, that guy can talk.
Yeah, he's a cool dude.
In our seats. Cool guy. But I got to meet Foster Gamble at the show and thank him for his research and his documentary, because I think it's really made an impact on the truth movement, at least for me. And it's something I can give other people who have no concept of anything a platform to really look at and say, and to be able to digest some of the stuff, because you get down the rabbit hole and you're like, whoa, I don't know about that, But anyway, I just wanted to share that and what you've done and how all the different people you've brought on your show to bring about the light. Because I don't know if you think about it, but there's like an uptick more. Like, everyone kind of feels on edge, like something's going to happen. Like,
totally
we don't
agree.
know what, because everyone's trying to connect the dots. How do you feel about all this?
No,
what do you think about the uptick?
No, I totally agree with you. And there is another part about this is when I had Foster on the show. I need to get him back on the show, but I had him on, and I don't know, it was probably 4 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago. But talking to Foster before the show, I thought to myself, this is about the coolest guy ever.
Yeah.
And it reflected that way back into the show. And we've communicated since then quite a bit, but I've got to get him back on. And I'm glad that you had a chance to meet him. But it's movies like his, like Thrive, that I think it has done what you're talking about, in that it's awakened a lot of people that maybe have thought about this stuff, but never thought about pursuing it or discussing it or talking about it with others. And that has caused other people to talk about it. It fans out. You know what I mean? And I think that's what's going on.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think that's what's going on. Dana, thank you for the phone call. Thank you.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you. And keep doing what you're doing. Oh, and I know I saw that YouTube, you're not going to do the YouTube live stream anymore. So.
No.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
That's YouTube's fault, not ours, and it's really sad. It's really sad.
Hey, and real quick, just as a little side note with the YouTube thing is I went to the GSR and I saw Lewis Black and I recorded it and I uploaded it and I wasn't getting money from it, but they took it down because of copyright infringement. I'm like, wait a minute, I've had my YouTube channel for 10 years and I've never uploaded anything. Okay, whatever, you can own it. Fine.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's just ridiculous. It's like, wait, I recorded it. I'm not getting money off it. I wanted people to genuinely laugh and share this experience. But hey, Benjamin Buer, go to the moon.
Yeah, exactly. What was great about YouTube, all of that is gone. That part is history, and it's really sad. Thank you so much, sad. Dana.
But thank you. All right, God bless.
Go Beckley Tepe. Have a great weekend.
Go Beckley Tepe. Bye-bye.
Bye, Dana.
Graham Hancock. Yeah. Bye.
Bye. And she's absolutely right. She's absolutely right with that. I mean, everything that was cool and special about YouTube, those days are gone, and we're just going to be around. We'll upload some exclusive content. We'll do something once a week for everybody, and there you go. But our participation with YouTube, it's over. We'll be right back after this short break. Stay with us. You have just listened to a full hour free preview of Fade to Black. To get the full show, all archives, just go to our podcast section at jimmychurchradio.com. You can also sign up to be a Fadernaut in our membership area, where we have downloadable MP3s. Go to jimmychurchradio.com. Go Beckley Tepe.